What's up, everybody? What's up, Mulgore? What's up, Mr. Ricky? What's up, Statues? What's up, Red Sox Guy? What's up, Mo? What's up, Mousy? Welcome on in, everybody. Good morning from Vienna. Is that, Mulgore, is that where you live, or are you just visiting? Either way, that's really cool. Got a viewer from Vienna. But GM, everybody. GM. I have saturation on max in my display, and why I'm orange? Yeah. Some days I got like the warm filter lights on, like I can turn myself orange, and because I'm colorblind, sometimes I won't even realize it. It wasn't until Jeed yesterday was like mentioned it. You do live there? Yeah, cool. Got a viewer from Vienna. I thanks for letting me know where you're at, because I've always loved to know, like, if anyone's international to me. Back in the day when I did the Cartoonist, I had like a world map, and every time I like sent a drawing somewhere, I'd like put a little thumbtack on where they're located. So I always love seeing when it's not just Americans, basically. Yeah, it was honestly, I wish I know there's a picture of it that's somewhere, but it was cool. I just like, I got really excited when I shipped something internationally. So thanks everybody for joining today. And thanks for everyone who joined yesterday, trying out the new stream time and streaming on Monday. I enjoyed it. I felt more awake. I think that was my main takeaway. I felt more awake when I was streaming at a later time, because it's like 10 a.m. for me right now, but I usually like to draw in the mornings, so that's why I picked this time originally. GM Tank, what's up? GM. Welcome on in. And today we're going to be doing a CLON original. I kind of, along with wanting to stream every day, I really want to complete things that I still kind of have hanging, like loose ends, basically. And I want to complete all of the CLON original sketches. So there's a chance I'll also do this on Thursday, but we'll see. So I'm hoping JL shows up today, but I already know what JL wants. JL wants a chess match between Artie and Kira. So that's the concept for today. And typically how this goes, if you haven't seen a CLON original stream, is that I usually sketch it on a sticky note multiple times until I kind of fine tune it. And then I actually draw it on a piece of paper, although I'll get a clean one out. That's how it goes. And it's usually these streams take about like 3 hours. Anti-chess baby. Yes, and you did hear Kira statues. You did. Which I was thinking, like, the tough part is having to fit everything into a sticky note size, but that is the size I've, decided with these drawings. Because I want to do something fun with like the chess pieces. After my neurons activated after hearing Kira, yeah. So that's how I can summon you statues. I'll just like mention Kira, and you'll be on your way. And then so the biggest, JL told me this idea like a while ago, and it's always been in the back of my mind of how I wanted to draw this one. Usually that's the case for, anyone when they tell me they want me to draw something ahead of time. I'll always have it like in the back of my mind thinking about it. But I wanted to check. Life Belongs, what's up? Welcome on in. After JL is Ducks Fan, and I actually don't know if they've told me theirs. And then Ravi was technically the first one, but I talk to Ravi all the time, but I always forget to ask him what he wants drawn. So cool. We're I guess we have 3 more. After today, we'll have 2 more. And then I'll probably reintroduce the CLON Originals Redeem. And if you've already redeemed one, for these, I'm thinking they're going to be you won't be able to redeem one again if you've already redeemed one once. At least for the time being. Just to let other people get in. Wanted to let you know that the Wheezing went the distance. Wait, did you finish it? So it beat the Elite Four? That's awesome, actually. Because now you're done with the poison typing. For anyone who's wondering what we're talking about, Life Belongs also streams and plays Pokemon. And they're playing Roguemon. And which is something I want to play. I want to transition into Roguemon once I've beaten Kaizo once. At least once. Someone finished that. So Red Sox guy, he finished Roguemon, which is a more forgiving version, and honestly kind of a more enjoyable version to play. But Life Belongs is playing A1, which I was wondering, are you ever gonna do A2? The tougher version of it? Or are you trying to complete all the typings before you do that? When do we get them anyways? If you're, sorry, I was bouncing all over the place. If you're talking about the CLON original sketches, I want to get through all of these, and I also want to determine if I am locking in 5 days or not. Because if I'm locking in 5 days of streaming, then it's a lot easier to get coins, and I kind of want the redeem for a CLON original sketch to be something you have to save up for, and so I'm kind of determining all of that on the fly. Oh, so we're just torturing ourselves that day. Yeah. Well, it's because the version that I'm playing I knew about first, and I've known about for a while, but I've always been trying to do it in the background, and then when I started streaming I really committed to it. So I just want to beat that version of it first. It's more of a just a personal thing now. I'll never do Super Kaizo. I'm only doing the easier version. I need to stop mewing now. Why did I say mewing? Meowing. Oh my god. Can't believe I just said that. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's definitely gonna be more than the 20k. Yeah, I'm just talking about Pokemon. That's what I'm talking about. It's definitely gonna be more than the 20k that it was. CLON is reaching Unk status, by the way. I know. We've been over this. Actually, wait, statues. What's your age range for Unk status? I asked Flamingo this, and I really enjoyed their response. What determines Unk status when you're entering that bracket? New gen? New gen? What does that mean? Just or the next gen? I remember it being 50k, so that's already good news. Yeah, it's for like young people. Okay, am I already? That's how Unk I am. Yeah, I would say 50k is around where my head was at for these, for the CLON originals. I think because I'm shipping it to you. The other problem that I'm gonna have to figure out is I don't want to limit international people from redeeming it because I want everyone to get it, and it goes back to the thing I said right at the beginning of the stream about, you know, shipping things outside of the country. But it is really expensive, and well, I just need to figure out a cheaper way of doing it. Because I do want, like, I want that to be a part of the redeem, is that how I want it to be is for free, you're getting the drawing as well. Because it's a reward for watching. It's my reward to, like, to you guys, that you actually get like a drawing for free, which is cool. I think that's cool, at least. New gen is for young peeps. Unk is just Unk. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, I can't wait till my niece is older. My niece and nephew are older, because I guess they're, I don't know when Gen Alpha starts. I'll pay for shipping. If it's international, I'd even like meet you halfway. Like whatever it is, just because sometimes it can be like $100 to ship something, and that's a little extreme for me. Usually I think like the normal ones in America, it's like 10 bucks to ship something, and I'm like, that's okay. Like 10 bucks for everything, the packaging and all of that. It's once it enters the hundreds that I'm like, ooh, this is getting tough, but I want you to have the drawing. So either way, that's just something I want to say now, so it's said at least once, but that's something I'll figure out later. Oh, Canada should be easier. Canada should be a lot easier. It's when it has to go overseas. That's when it gets a little bit pricier. I think Canada's fine. So again, I think that's just something I gotta figure out. Oh, Custom Land with the badge. I love how Custom Land has the 4-month subscriber badge. Gen Alpha is really split, some say, 2013 to 2024. That's Gen Alpha? Whoa. Now I'm feeling, now I understand how people felt when I told them, like, when I was born. And they're like, I graduated high school when you were born. Now I'm feeling that at my age. I'm like, whoa. Crazy. I've gotten the free sub yesterday. Yeah, I know. Actually, a lot of people got the free sub yesterday, which is awesome. My kind of goal is every time Link like gifted subs, I like to match him. Yeah, okay, so our niece is definitely Gen Alpha, and then same thing with our nephew, although he's on the cusp. That's interesting. But definitely, it's interesting. I think 2024 being the cutoff date, but people arguing about when. Anyways, sorry. Comment threw me off. So I keep Twitch chat up. Anyways, so now that there's more people here, I'll just say it one more time. We're drawing a Clone original sketch, and we're doing JL's drawing. I was kind of eating up time, yapping, so they could maybe get here in time. But regardless, the VOD will be here. So we're going to be drawing Artie and Kira playing chess. And the big thing I need to figure out is what angle this will be at. Because the first angle is maybe like... if this is Artie, and this will be Kira, and then like the chessboard, it's kind of like this. Some of us low-key making fun of people who are Gen Beta. Oh, I love it. I love it. Man, Gen Beta. I mean, I can already hear the jokes of like Alpha Beta. Okay, so Kira would be like right here, and I'm just really like quickly sketching this. And I do think someone needs to have their like hand. What hand did I just draw? Okay, here we go. Let's see, like Kira needs to have like her hand maybe like on a piece. Also, is this really bright? This is a little bright, maybe. Maybe it was fine. Queen because she's queen. Oh, okay. Hey, I like the suggestion. I don't know how to show off the queen piece if she's holding it. Maybe I guess the question we need to ask is who's winning? Who's winning this chess match? So we'll have Kira here. And then our Artemis. It's not what his name is for. Okay. You know, something like... I'm just kind of drawing pieces, or some really makeshift pieces here. And we could have some pieces like off of the board. And I'll have to do the checker, of course. So there's this angle, more of like a face-to-face, which I think this will probably be the most successful one. And then there's another option that I like less for what angle to draw. Let me put that like down here. The angle I like less, that's and it depends like whose face we want to see, but yeah, if this was the back of Kira's head. And then we had like the chessboard kind of like right there. This way I could draw the chessboard bigger. That's kind of like the advantage of drawing it this way. Hey JL, you made it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So let me finish this concept first, then we can talk about it. Get pursed.
Lamau get pursed.
What games did y'all play during the week? I played some Pokemon on stream, and I've now found some people who also really like teamfight tactics. And sorry, that purse didn't even faze me. I'm just kidding. Also, what's up, Stubby? But I've been playing a lot of teamfight tactics. Some could say I'm a little addicted to it right now. Okay, so here, we'll stop it there. So basically, it's kind of, and it doesn't have to be my enemies. Oh, dude. So Stubby, so now I remember, now that both of you are here. So when I shipped your package, I was kicking myself because I forgot I wanted to include one thing. I meant to include this. I meant to include this as well, and it was just buried under some papers, and I forgot about it. But oh man, yeah. Maybe if Red Sox guy redeems a CLON original, it'll go in his package, or we'll figure it out. But glad you didn't. Look how ugly that is. They get to ship it to. Yeah. I agree. It's going to Red Sox now. Ooh, Mulgore, you just tried out TFT. I will say it's a game that you have to just like kind of learn the set, and then it gets really fun once you've learned it. But cool. We'll save that drawing for you, Red Sox guy. That's all yours. So I guess more so a question for JL. I don't think there's any other angle I want to try to do this at, but it's basically a choice between like face off, which I feel like is the more successful one. It's just a little squeezed. That's all. Versus like angled like this, and it could be either Kira here and Artie there, reversed. Feel like this is the best option, but if you have an opinion, I'm more than happy to go one route or the other. Is the game like a card game? TFT is like if a card game visualized all of the cards. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm on the same page as you. I just need to draw this better now, but I like this concept more. TFT is like if the cards were visualized, so you know you're playing like a creature, and that creature like literally, and then you have to match 3 of them so it becomes more powerful, and then you go from 1 star, and then you take 3 of them, make them into a 2-star, and if you get 3 2-stars, you turn them into a 3-star. I know that might have been confusing, but you upgrade your units basically, and then you give them items. And there's a lot of just randomness. What's up, Flamingo? Welcome on in. I love, I was saying it to Jeej yesterday. I love the emote that you come in with. The, Penny Sprout. I don't know whose cat that is, but it's adorable. Also, I have the definitive top 3 stickers. Oh! This is very important. 1, holographic Astro Sage. Thought so. Tiger, Milo, and then Chug's cat. Okay, let's get them. One more. Wait, where is it? No. Oh, I thought this would be easier to find. Well, this is the number 1. And this is the number 3. There's no way. I don't believe this is true, but you might have gotten the last Tiger Milo that I have. I was looking for him, so this is one of my other favorites, is that guy. I'm still paralyzed about where to use my stickers. It's tough, I know. It's tough when I only give you like one of them. Because I have the opposite problem. I've now put them on everywhere. Oh, this needs to go on my laptop. I see a perfect spot for it. Here. There's definitely more. Yeah, well, I didn't, I'm trying to search on Stream Jeej, but I also don't want to take too long. Okay. So let's get out we're putting Sage on the laptop here. Zoro Bones. Yeah. I forgot. That was your favorite. Can't be caught playing League of Legends. But it's okay. It's TFT. Yeah, laptop reveal. I'll show you my stickers. This is the MacBook I used to draw on digitally. Yeah, let's go. No Chugs Cat for sale. Yeah, no, actually that was something I was talking to Link about, was that, so all of these stickers I just printed myself so I could have them, but I do want to put them on the let's see, I can't get the whole thing in here. So we got Squad Cat. This is like one of the OG stickers, obviously. Gotta rep the squad. We've got Elu's Ghost. Doodles, because Doodles actually bought me this laptop. Because I minted Doodles. And once they got to 1 ETH, I sold one of them and then bought this laptop. So they're forever on my laptop as a reminder. And I love Doodles, so. it's a double-sided thing. This cat is something in Japan, I think. There's like, this cat like represents like I want to say it's in like the Kone region. Like they use this cat with the red bandana. And then the OG Chugs, as you can see, it says Cool Cats NFT on it. So that's how you know it's OG. And then Venusaur. But we do have more room here. I don't want to double up on Chugs because I think that's too many. Oh, we got in Kyoto? Okay, cool. And then we got Bones, but Bones like doesn't really fit. And he kind of fits there, but he's a little close. A little close to the edge. Well, he is cool. I just would rather put Milo on here. Well, if I put him here, I could put Milo here, and then I have all 3 sidekicks. Actually, I think I just made up my own mind there. Chugs Cat was your favorite too? Agree with Stubby? Okay, I'm glad to know Chugs Cat is loved, because maybe we need to actually do something with it. Hollow Sage was the primary source of the battle. I figured Hollow Sage would do that. I just got stickered the heck out of my Beyblade. Yes. Oh, let's go. Actually, some of these need to be on my suitcase too. My suitcase is full of stickers. We need the Chugs Cat. Okay. Well, I have lots of these. Definitely, if you get a Clon original, you're getting one of these. But we'll figure it out. These are, we got tons of these. We did the opposite version where we made Blue Cat into Chugs. It wasn't so successful. It wasn't that successful. Okay. Right, back to the drawing board. Here. You need to see that? Okay, I think we saved it. Here, let me see. Actually, where do I even start? I'll try. Is it? Did I just? First, I need to know if I just named this like Chugs Cat. And then. Cool Cats, Blue Cat, and Chugs. No. The problem is, so my problem these days is that everything in my Dropbox, or like when I'm looking for like an image of one of the characters, I type in like chugs or blue cat, and then I realize that's used in so many places. And so now I'm like, I feel like I drew this on a CLON stream, and so it'd be in my CLON folder. What did I even name that thing? I feel like I'm close. Oh, we have this chugs. Well, this is not the chugs you were looking for, but let me put something up on the screen now. Where'd it go? Wait, what? Oh, here we go. Thug milk. And then let me continue. There's a chance I don't find it. There's a chance I don't find it. Because I need to organize all my stuff. Thug milk, Michael. What a Chad. I know. He's too cool. Where would I have put this? That's like what's troubling me right now. I'm like, and what would I have named this? I guess let's just start with chugs and look through all of my PNGs, basically. But I do want to. I now want to find it. Front chugs. There's so many chugs. So many chugs. Does Chugs have a mom tattoo? He does have a mom tattoo. I guess that is canon. I guess that is canon. He does have a mom tattoo. Oh man, wait. I thought I found it, but I found something else. Since you guys liked the Chugs, the Chugs cat that I just showed you. Oh my gosh. My computer's struggling with this. I'm not dropping frames. Okay, cool. But yeah, my computer's struggling. How many PNGs have Chugs in the name? A lot. Like, definitely over like 300. Remember the great meme reset? Nothing happened. I know. I wish something did happen. I want Rage, Rage comics to come back. Man. Okay, well now my computer's frozen, so we're gonna move on. Like, luckily I can use OBS, but when it comes to my search window, that is now frozen. Okay, so good stuff, jolly good stuff. We're gonna get back to the drawing. Okay, so we want to try to do this better. I'm like, do I want to lift them up a bit? I might leave them there, so I can write in my name there. And then, it could also go down there. Okay. We hacked into the laptop. Next step is we get all the files. Actually, I should have been looking on my laptop. That would have been easier. Because it's not like, you know, my computer's processing all of this stuff. My laptop is just chilling over there. I'm glad I put those stickers on. I need the Milo tiger on there now, because that will fill the last little gap there. Yeah, you guys hacked into the mainframe. How dare you? You're gonna give all my secrets away. Seed phrase incoming. Oh man, dude, seed phrases. I got them. Obviously, I got them all hidden and stuff. But do you guys ever have that fear that you just lose your seed phrase? I feel like I just have that fear permanently now. And back in the day, back when like I was being targeted for certain things because of Cool Cats, I was so worried. You put them bad boys on steel. Ooh, I want that so badly. I don't have that, but I have ledgers and stuff. But man, I would wake up. I'm not even joking. when Cool Cat started, and I'm talking about like a month or two in, and I would wake up every morning and check my OpenSea just to see if I got hacked or not. I was like scared beyond belief. My main seed phrase is a song only I know. Yes, that's what I love, JL. Yeah, for certain, for like my most protected ones, there's basically like words that I only know, and then I wrote down the seed phrase, and then I cut out like the parts that only I know, and I've never said them out loud or anything, and so it's like, it's my way of being protected. And then the people I trust most in my life, mainly Jeej and my parents, I'm like, they're the only people that know the words, just in case I pass away unexpectedly, and I, you know, Jeej needs to get in there. I don't like how Vanguard is open in my background. Oh, yeah, statues. That is the one downside of downloading a Riot game. Yeah, Pulpa knows all of them. I actually had to make sure Pulpa doesn't say a thing. So, statues, long story, easiest way to explain a seed phrase that we're talking about, it's just a password. That's like the password of all passwords you have to have written down and keep protected. Because usually what's inside of that is something that like costs a lot of money. So you have to keep it locked and nowhere, and written like nowhere. My seed phrase is just red and socks in different sequences. Wouldn't that be sick? What if you sat there and like spammed new wallets until you got one that said like red socks next to it? That would be cool. Yo, Jeej, what's the word? Yeah. No, funny enough, I'm not even joking. I think Jeej like forgets the word every time, which is why I had to end up telling my parents. I do that, y'all didn't. Yeah. 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 I accidentally crumbled this up out of nervousness. This is my fidget is to like take a sticky note and fiddle with it. Sorry, JL. Because I like to send the sticky notes with the drawing. All right, I've been distracted enough. Let's try to. I'll talk while I draw now. I think I need to draw the characters a little smaller so that they fit in here better. So that's Artie's head, and then let me just go ahead and bust. You'll take the wrinkled one. Cool. Jeej sucks at passwords. Yeah, I'm sorry, Jeej, to call you out, but it's true. That's what I'm here for. I'm pretty good with passwords. That's where I can come in our relationship. That's where I really shine, is remembering passwords and doing tech stuff for us. Yeah, extra story with the wrinkled one. Yeah, it's just my nervous, like, literally I cleaned up my desk today, but there's always like twisted up sticky notes on my desk. What's the prompt for this one? The prompt for this one is Kira and Artie playing chess. I think in the park, but they're playing chess against each other. Okay, so this will be Kira. Alright, something like that. I can probably see that. Yeah. So the one thing I'm always trying to get better at with Kira, because I'll say this every time, Kira is definitely the character I've drawn the least. And we've made new revisions to Kira because of the animation, but at first Kira didn't have like a little snout, but now she does. And I won't always draw her with the snout because I kind of just mess it up. and you can get away with not drawing it. But if she's looking down, I'm gonna want to draw it. So that's kind of what I'm figuring out here. I imagine Kira and Artie make pretty good opponents. I think so too. And actually, JL, yeah, if you want to answer who wins or like who's winning in the chess match, I'm more than happy to have you decide that. So yeah, if like Kira could be like that, like looking down. And potentially I want one of them to be sitting like with a finger up, like thinking. Kira definitely, okay, cool. Oh, Kira definitely thinks she's winning. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I like that too. Kind of like that. For the milk jug with no snout, it's true. I just, for some reason, whenever I've drawn animals who have snouts, I just don't draw it. But when we started to do the animation series, and like Kira really wasn't that old, like sorry, let me rephrase that. Kira was a pretty new character, at least for me, when the animation came out, and so she hadn't gone through like the test of time that Blue Cat and all the other characters did, where they had just been like around for a while and slowly refine into what they are now. Even Chugs had some updates, like the main Chugs being tall, and then he squished, and then he like got squished even more. Now he's like a literal like cube. Anyways, so like when we were doing the animation, we were looking at different like angles of Kira and mouth movements and stuff, and it never made sense unless she had like a snout. And so we added like the tiniest little bump, which I'm still not good at drawing. To be honest, I'm still not good at drawing it because we decided that, and then like, you know, a whole art team on Titmouse's side like goes and does that. And so I really was just like creative direction there. I like to think Chugs is under the table, chess pieces in his mouth. I imagine Chugs peeking up from under the table too. Okay, well, let's see if we can make that fit. I love how Chugs kind of just inserts himself in everything. And Stubby's drawing last time was the first time I drew like a shadow wolf. Like sketched a shadow wolf. I've definitely drawn one. And I think I like doing it where their outline is heavy, but then I don't go too heavy on the inside. It makes it so the contrast isn't so extreme on the drawing. Yo, I missed the last stream. I'm sorry, Sheepy. I did kind of like, I promoted it on stream, but I didn't promote it off stream. So sorry if you missed. Like, I know some people do care about this, which I'm always mindful of. But if you cared about your stream streak, sorry if that got axed. So I do apologize. I kind of didn't mention the stream yesterday because this whole week I'm not trying to like promote. Because I don't know if I'm for sure doing 5 days yet. Right now, I'm thinking I am. After, I mean, we're only 2 days in to the 5 days, but yeah. Give us 100 reps of Kira drawings until she deserves the... Honestly, I should be doing that. Like, that kind of suggestion, Flamingo, I know that was a joke, but that's what I should be doing on tomorrow's stream, Workshop Wednesday, where I just, like, try to get better at something. Like, something specific, and... maybe my goal is I want to get better at drawing Kira. And so I just draw Kira like literally 100 times, or 50 is more like, I think reasonable. 100 is insane, but they could be quick drawings. Because I do want to get better. I want to get better at certain things on stream, and that's kind of what I want Wednesday to be, is like, Kira deserves love and attention. I agree. I agree. Blue Cat kind of takes the spotlight just because it's easier for me to draw. Okay, so we're gonna lightly put in where Kira's like cape will go, because we also, let's draw Artie real quick. Yeah, I feel like Artie is the better chess player, but Kira definitely thinks she's winning like all the time. Alright, and then we'll just do kind of the same thing where I just kind of draw like pyramids, basically, as I always called them. Now that's a snout. Yeah, Artie, I guess Artie had a snout always. Artie is the one I have the easiest time drawing. Him and Chugs, I feel like I have down more than anything else, more than Blue Cat. Because I think with Blue Cat I get too like critiquey with it. You could say the same about Artie. He's always thinking true. Yeah, that was the other thing with the animation is I think they turned Artie. I liked what they did with Artie. My version of Artie before the animation was Artie was just kind of a complete asshole. Like, he's kind of mean, he kind of sucks. Like, you don't always want to be around him, but he's a part of the group. And then I think with the animation, they made him more of like a lovable character. And then Dan Stevens, like, whoa, when you put a voice behind a character, that's when the characters like came to life for me. I was like, oh my gosh, I can actually, when I think about Blue Cat having a conversation with Joe or Artie, I can like visualize that even more now. Which is just a cool thing as, you know, creating the cartoon characters. Yeah, he was supposed to be like Squidward. That's exactly what he was supposed to be like. He was supposed to be somewhere like Squidward and, shoot, there was another example. But just kind of like a stick in the mud. Like, he's like, he's always right. You know, he's always really smart, always right. But he's just like annoying about it. Kira has bones stinking piece of meat fractured. Yeah. Bones is just reaching over his shoulder and it's like moving things. I bet Artie and Kira play enough times that they're pretty evenly matched. Yeah, I feel like they know each other's play styles at this point. Okay, so if we're gonna build a table, I guess it needs to be more like this. This is where I'm struggling with the drawing, is the table. Yeah, that looks about right. And then is the actual table. And I think that worked. I think what I just did worked. You know, my drawings are always like a little flat looking. Like, I'm not the best with perspective. And so, you know, we'll need to... I don't think this will be an accurate chessboard either, because I don't think I can go into that much detail. But we'll try. Yeah, there's the chessboard. Titmouse animation made Artie a lot more like popular cool guy. Yeah, for sure. He kind of became the star of the show. And I feel like that's just because Dan Stevens is like naturally just so funny that he would take a line and make it even funnier, or just like ad-lib a line. And so it's like now I'm understanding whenever you watch a show and like season 1 is like everyone's trying to figure out their character, and then season 2, like a character you didn't think was a main character is now like the star of the show, just because the actor is so good. Joe and Kira were my favorites in the animation. Those voice actors killed it. I agree. I really love all of the voice actors. And it's funny because I know you guys know how big of an Avatar The Last Airbender fan I am. It took everything inside of me not to take the voice of Sokka over you know, what we chose, Zero Robinson. Because, you know, the voice actor for Sokka, like, I would have loved, it was like honestly like a selfish thing. I wanted to like meet him and get to talk to him and just have his voice be the voice of Blue Cat. But I was like, no. Like what we chose to me was the actual, like, Zeno was the voice of Blue Cat I had always had in my brain, and so he was like an instant pick. He was the easiest one. But it was cool. I was like, oh, it was Sokka. I still need to do my commentary stream of the animation. There's so much more I could talk about. Like, man, that whole experience, I tried to savor every second of it. There were voice recording sessions I like did not have to be there for or whatever, but I would show up every time because I got such the like voice recording part was some of the like most fun I've ever had. And I wish I want to be in that world more. In that industry. Actually, let's instead of this chess table being in the center, we're gonna like give it some nice little decorative pieces there. It's like for the legs of the table. And then I'm like, they gotta be sitting on a stool or something. So if the stool was right there and the stool was right there, you know. Yeah, kind of like that, like they're sitting there. And then we can always have chugs, kind of like we'll draw a little cute chunky chugs. Watching the game. Okay, so there's a lot of room at the top that I might just draw like a tree line and clouds just to like add a nice background to this. I also might trace some of this. I did that last time for the first time, and it was nice being able to like kind of have this reference to draw from. Let's see, if I was to try to make this board accurate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 2 more. We need 2 more lines going that way. And then I forget, is it 4? Yeah. This side works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I think that works. And then before we get to the other part of the sketch, I also want to think about, like, I think Artie is the thinker, so Artie could have his hand up. Like there. Yeah, and he's like kind of like that. Only erase. So he's thinking. Yeah, he's thinking his move over. And I think Kira will make like this. Kira will be reaching. For like a pawn or something. Like that. And then her cape needs to come over her body. Like that. And so now we're gonna see some of the inside of her cape. She has like the purple little skirt thing on. But then the other part of the cape will come down still. So we're only getting to see like this leg. Okay, that kind of makes sense to me, but Ducks fan, what's up? Hey yo! Welcome on in. Moving her shadow pawns. I love that. Yeah, actually making the chess game here is something I'm gonna need to think about. Kira could also be like a tiny bit bigger as well. Well, Artie is the biggest character, so maybe this makes sense. I think I'm fine with the proportions here. I've been experimenting with art styles, trying out a messy style. Ooh, I love to hear that. That's another thing I want to do on Workshop Wednesdays is test out like new styles. Ducks fam, I don't know if I'm going to do this on this Thursday or next Tuesday, but your Clon original is up next. And I forget if you've given me an idea yet or not. And you don't have to say it over stream, but I do need to message you or something. But if you know it, feel free to say it. But yes, I need to, I want to start brainstorming. Okay, so that's the, that's the horizon line here, and then we'll sort of draw like a, I'll do it better on the final version, but like a tree line here, so that we can make the tree line dark to kind of make the subject. We'll have to be careful with Kira, because Kira is also dark here. But, and then we'll draw like big puffy clouds here, in classic Clon style. Because, I mean, what's a better day in the park than some nice clear blue sky and some big puffy clouds? Alright, that cloud doesn't look good, but we'll fix that. And then my signature will go up there. I'm realizing I have to plan for that. So like that feels like a good good start for the drawing. Yeah, tiny little Chugs. Yeah, he is tiny little like in comparison to everything. I haven't yet, but I'll get you something very soon. No rush. Also, like, that could be the reason I don't do it on Thursday, if you don't have anything in mind. There's no rush to it. So, no worries. You should put a kid drawn sun. There you go. There's the kid drawn son. It always has to have a smiley face on it, in my opinion. Always has to have a smiley face. Oh no. His idea for a custom? I didn't. Has he said it yet? I need to get wind of this. How is Fantasy League going? He pinged you in Discord? Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me make another note of that. Or else I will forget. I'm wondering if Link knew and was waiting to tell me. He wants a Cool Cat Stranger. I just finished well here, let me write down. Alright. Yeah. Cool Cats. Good. I'm glad it's a pop culture thing I actually know. It's the worst when someone's like, "Hey, can you fuse these two things?" And one of them's Cool Cats, and the other one I'm like, I don't know what that is. So I feel like I can't like pick out like a good moment from it. Okay, thank you, JL, for the update. I wonder if Link knew. But I don't want to get behind. Maybe that's what I do on Thursday. Maybe I draw that. Maybe I treat it as a CLON original drawing. Okay, so I think this is a great start. Let me I like to like stare at a drawing for a little bit to kind of think out every little possibility. Chugs is a in a Demigorgon costume. It would be so cute. Oh my god. Wait, sorry. I want to get that while it's like fresh on the brain. But how I envision it. Okay, wait, there's two ways we could draw this. Alright, there's Chugs like that, and there's Chugs like this. This Chugs is like the eye hole is like right, or like the face part is like right here. Oh, and he needs to have like little claws. He needs to have like little claws. And then he'll just have Chug's feet, because I feel like that's actually like a part of his branding, is having those feet. And then he has like the flower part. Oh wait, the wrong way. That. Actually, I think it's 5 points, not 6 points, so I'll have to fix that. But then it has like all the teeth. And then a second layer of all the teeth. So there's that version of it. And then the other version, this one, would be like his face is in the middle of that. Oh, here's what he said. I want, okay, wait, there's more to this. Let me get the sticky note back. You want Chugs is Steve. Chugs equals Steve. And maybe I should just copy and paste this, but I think that's the smarter thing. Let me put this on my end before I forget. You leaving? I'll catch you later. Okay, I saved it, but okay, but now I can read it out loud. I want Chugs as Steve Harrington, or it can be Blue as Steve Harrington, Chugs as Dustin. I like that. I actually like I like Chugs as Dustin and Blue Cat as Steve Harrington. That way he can be holding like the baseball bat. And you know, height difference will be funny. Maybe it can be Chugs as Steve fighting Vecna. Okay. To celebrate the end of the show. So I need to watch the end because I have not gotten there yet. Jeej and I rewatched everything, which is funny because the end of season 4, we were both wearing a Hellfire Lives t-shirt. Yes, that's perfect. But we the ending of season 4, I guess both Jeej and I completely forgot about. We were like, I don't want to spoil anything in case anyone's still watching, but anyways, we were like, this happened to Hawking? So like, what? And then the time skip to season 5 was hilarious because like only a year goes by or something like that, and everyone is so much older. But it's still good. I'm enjoying season 5 still. I'm not hating it, but there are definitely some gaps in the story that I'm just like choosing to look past. Okay, I think Purple Rain was a magical selection, is all I will say. Oh, it was a magical selection. Wait, Purple Rain. I'm guessing that's is that something in the show? In season 5? Maybe I'm forgetting. But I'm excited. I also think this drawing will be hilarious. No, I know it's a Prince song. But I'll get it later. Okay. I was like, I feel like this is a reference to the show. Okay, let me get the piece of drawing then, or the piece of paper for the drawing. Not to be confused with Chocolate Rain by Tay Zonday. You know, I really think Stranger Things should have gone with Chocolate Rain, not Purple Rain. Hey, when does the Fantasy League, did it just end, the Fantasy League? I do not keep up with sports. I'm not I enjoy watching sports, but I don't keep up with teams. It's over? Okay. Just before Christmas ended. Oh, so wait. Is that before wait, I'm sorry. Oh, no. That's, okay. Fantasy is for college football, correct? Yeah, before NFL playoffs. Okay, cool. Then yeah. For a second, I was, oh, it is for NFL. Oh. Whoops. Oh, it is for NFL. As you can see, I've never played. It ends a week or two for playoffs. Okay, because teams bench players. Okay. Yeah, okay. See, that's like, I'm showing my knowledge of sports. Like, when it comes to the actual like sport and the rules of the sport, that I know. And because I've played all of those sports. But when it comes to these, man, all of my friends are into fantasy. Which, like, happy for y'all. I'm glad that's a fun thing. It stresses me out. I think I did it 1 year. Does Kira have a tail? No. But my whole theory on that is, like, if you want them to have a tail, give them a tail. If it makes more sense to you, give them a tail. But I just kind of hate drawing tails. That's, Stubby lost this year. Typical. Oof. Man, the rivalry just never ends. I'm doing my little sticky note thing here. My players bench themselves in our champ game. Everyone just got hurt. Yeah, in Gigi's family, they are massive Buffalo Bills fans. Massive Buffalo Bills fans. And when they faced the Eagles, like, I didn't get to watch the game, but I checked, Gigi and I checked right before going to bed, and the score was like fourth quarter. I think Eagles had 13 and Bills still had 0. And then I wake up, and then it turns out they got 2 touchdowns in that last like 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, and it still lost. I was like, that had to be heartbreaking for them. Yes, they are in the Bills Mafia, like hardcore in the Bills Mafia. I'll catch you later, JL. Sorry, I'm glad that you could at least be here for some of the drawing. It makes me feel good that you still had input in the drawing. Yeah, oh, they are huge. And they've been Bills fans. Like, Jeej was born in Buffalo. So, you know, it only makes sense. What do I do on Sundays? Watch paint dry? I mean, you could call playing TFT watching paint dry. But yeah, catch you later, JL. Again, thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I'll reach out to you and send you the drawing digitally and then ask for your address to get it shipped to you. But I'll let you know. Okay, I wanted to bust out the light table for this because this happened last time where I liked the drawing on the sticky note that we did. Watch morning footy in F1. Oh, we got an F1 enjoyer. I don't watch F1 either, but... Oh, also, Gigi's sister is a big NASCAR fan. Because Chase Elliott lives in Dawsonville, and that's, you know, close. Oh. No one with 2 young kids have time to sit down and watch a 4-hour-long commercial. I mean football game. True. I ain't got time for that. No, I'm just kidding. I literally play video games on my free time. That's. Did Jeej grow up watching football with her fam? I think so. I definitely watched more football when I was growing up. But I would say I probably know more than football than Jeej does. And that's not a bad thing. I just think, like I said, I was just in sports a lot, like playing sports a ton. Okay, so I think I got the chess table right. And this is kind of hard to see on stream, but I can see it better in my lens. I need me throwing a football at Stubby in the background. Bunk, yeah. Woo. That's my only issue with the I like the sticky note size drawings because I don't have to commit to too much, but it definitely, I hate that I can't add fun like tiny details in there. Oh wait, is that centered? Yeah, I centered that pretty well. It doesn't look centered on screen because I have the camera kind of like angled. But football is for Saturdays. I feel like... I feel like the table isn't perfectly... This is kind of hard to do, actually. Let me bust out a ruler here. Let me turn off this. I want my lines to be as straight as possible, but I don't ever like committing to like doing a bunch of math to make sure my lines are straight. I kind of like to just eyeball it. And they'll never look straight on camera. DC Defenders. College football is the best, but they're trying to ruin it. Wait, how so? Because definitely, oh well, yeah, definitely, as you know, the SEC, they're where I grew up. College football, I think, is like life. You know, it's like a religion in the South. So many of my friends are UGA fans. Alright, let's erase that. Okay, I think that's a nice looking little trapezoid we got there. Rough year. because my family is originally from Ohio. My dad unfortunately is a Browns fan. Yeah, never gets, always tough luck with the Browns. Okay, so then we're gonna do some math here. I think we kind of start with the chessboard first. At least getting like the... Use this out here. Browns just fired their coach? Oof. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe? Did Jeej take a... Oh, I thought Jeej took a Christmas cake on their way out. Alright, let's get this locked in here. Let me try to... I'm just curious what it does look like, the camera. I angle the camera so that less of my hand is in the shot, but now it's like better. Actually, no, it's not. There we go. All right, that is perfectly aimed straight down now. They need to sell their team. Oh yeah, I've heard it's always been tough to be a Bills, or not a Bills fan, a Browns fan. All right, so we have to do this with some classic, just a little math here. My name's Ducks because I'm a huge fan of the Mighty Ducks hockey fan, so I'm a huge Mighty Ducks hockey fan. For my original sketch, oh wait, let me write this down. I like my cool cat wearing a Mighty Chugs jersey. You got it. Oh, this is cool. Do you want it in like a PFP style? Okay, Ducks. Do you want me to make the number, what should his like jersey number be? Should it be 8? Because Ducks fan 8. You want, okay. CC number 290 in a Mighty Chugs. Whatever makes sense to you. Okay, cool. Usually, the reason I like the PFP styled one, and like we can have fun. I won't just like literally recreate your cool cat with a jersey. To a degree, maybe yes, but like it can be posing, it can be holding something. You know, we can like make it more dynamic. But in a Chugs, Mighty Chugs jersey, number 8. Okay, cool. Timu shout out. Hey. Okay, cool. Thank you. So there's a good chance we'll just do that on Thursday because I want to get through these CLON originals. So they're done, they're shipped to everyone, and then I can start thinking about how I want to do the next batch of CLON sketches. Okay, so we're going to... That's 1, and then we're going to do 2, 3. Okay, so now we got 4, and then if I do 1, 2, yeah, that should do it. If I just get this part down, I think we're in a good spot. But now I'm eyeballing all of this because I don't like to go overboard with the measurements. I always wanted a red baseball jersey cool cat. But with the Pirate King. Yeah, let me check open. Yeah, actually, prices are probably in a better spot. Okay, so that's 8. Cause right, a chessboard is 8 by 8, 64 tiles all. total. I think that's what it is. No luck. One day it'll pop up. I always wanted to try to put a St. Louis jersey on my cat. I did and failed. Man, I want to do more. It's like a hard thing to commit to, but I want to do more like wearables and stuff. I want to just like open the door. And that's like a segment we do on stream is like, all right, today we're going to make a template for a jersey, a baseball jersey, a hockey jersey, you know, a football jersey. That way, because I know we always had like fan made ones, but if I did them and you know, we had a whole system. Okay, this is the harder part. Because like I know we had the actual wearables, but it was tough. It was tough. Dang. Ooh, this sucks. I gotta erase that. No. All right. Man, I'm trying to make an accurate chessboard. Cool. Dude, Kadabra showed me the whole system they created. So cool. And then he called them Clonsters, and I was like, wait, wait, I want that name. I want to use that name for things. Like, I like that a lot. Okay. Whew, I like held my breath a little bit there. This is gonna be really tough to do. Okay. I think it's the best I'll do. That's pretty good. I kind of want it to look a little wiggly. Like, with my drawings, I never want it to look too perfect. I think it takes away. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. I think that's it. Gotta be really delicate. We still have to put all the pieces on the board, which is gonna suck, but I at least wanted to get it drawn. And then I have to go in and color each tile correctly. You've made a Kira fan art. Let's go. Would you like to show it off? All right. Okay. Whew. Oh, why did I get rid of... I put up the light table with everything underneath it, and I forgot. I still needed it. But luckily I'm glad my drawing setup is nice and fine-tuned now, so I can just reset up things. Okay. Kind of get that in the same spot here. Okay. I might need to close my window too. I need to make it darker in here. Haha, nice. Did you scan these or you just take a photo of them? I'll just show off. I'll show off one of them. I was gonna say they look high res. Oh, gigantic. If anyone makes fan art, I'll as long as it's stream acceptable, I'll show it off on stream. I like your version of Kira. I like I kind of like the proportions that you did, where like the collar comes in really small, but the head is like you made the little puffs like even bigger and the ears even taller. I like that a lot. I think I like doing proportions in funky ways, which I feel like I don't do enough of. So I might draw Kira like this one day. You've now inspired me to do it this way. Just for funny. So it's a dragon tail. So is Kira also a dragon? Is that what you're saying with this? But I love this. I love that statues always yeah, you're an inspiration, of course. I love fan art, man. I'm like a big fan of it. Because it always inspires me to see how other people might take a character I've created and like go with it in a different angle. Okay, I'm gonna turn off this light for a second. I need to make this brighter on my end. Okay. It's kind of tough to see. I think like there's what's accurate, although this camera is more accurate now, so maybe I can look this way and try to get this better. Because I really liked how I drew Artie in this and everything. And so nice, yeah. Let's go, Ducks fan. Love to hear it every time. I'm so bad at. Okay, wait. This is one of those things I have to act out in. Okay, so if he's like this, I can just draw the fingers doing that. Okay. I don't need to get all fancy with it. I can just do like that. Okay. Cool. It's the best way. Just use yourself as a reference for drawings. Although I just realized I'm glad I like how Artie looks in here, because I just like, I did not lightly sketch that. I just like heavy-handed put that line on the page. So there won't be any erasing that one. All right, let's see. And then his shoulder. That in frame, cool. All right, I really just want to make sure I get Kira drawn as well. I'm going to move his eye up. Okay, wait. So now we need to do this real quick before I go any further. Or else this might dictate some things. 1, 2. Oh, I just realized I didn't go enough tiles these ways. Okay, so it's 6 tiles this way, 8 tiles that way. So the chessboard is not correct, but luckily it'll still checker the correct way. Okay. We can still do this part correctly. And honestly, I care more about that than anything. Alright, so we're just lightly putting in where it should go. The colored tiles. Okay. And then I guess we can bring this back now. And oh man, the problem is I did not like how I drew Kira's arm in the sketch. And so I think if anything, let's make Kira go up a little bit more. Let's go ahead and already take a note from statues here and make the neck of Kira a little bit skinnier. Alright, I mean, that's, I give Kira like a little, Chinese New Year in February. Wait, is it the Chinese New Year that's, the year of the fire horse? Is that what this is this year? Yep. So it's funny because apparently this is my year. Apparently this is my year. Apparently if you're into you know, the signs like Aries, that, you know, astrology signs, this is the year for Aries. This is like a big luck good year for Aries. I'm an Aries. It's also a good year for Tauruses, and I'm also a Taurus moon. And then it's the Chinese New Year of the fire horse. And I'm just saying, this is an interesting sign, but Jeej and I have matching fire horse tattoos. So I'm just saying, I feel like that's a sign. I feel like it's gonna be a good year this year, because I got all the things. You know, my sign is apparently doing well. Chinese New Year is a fire horse. Like, it's the year of the CLON. So yeah, I'm taking all this as a good sign, and I'm channeling all of that good luck literally into this stream. I really want this stream to do well, and that's why I wanted to put more time into the stream. I'm gonna start editing more videos, and all of that, because I'm like, if I got all this, you know, luck, where can I channel that into something? You can't just be lucky. You gotta like put it into something. Gotta tell my parents to give you red envelopes now. Is that, yeah, please. I need all of the luck I can get. Year of the CLON, go, yeah. I'll start buying lottery tickets. I'll get really lucky. I'll go to Vegas. So, funny because like, then Jeej is a Taurus, and so it'll be a good year for Jeej too, and then Jeej also has the tap too. If anyone draws out there, I guess if you practice anything, you can relate to this, but because I've been drawing more, I can feel my confidence coming back. Like, there's certain things I've been drawing here where I'm like, cool, I did that first try. Or like, it just felt good. So I just wanted to say that out loud. It's feeling good to like feel that, that progress, if you will. Okay, so if the pawn tile right here, on stream. Okay. And Kira is about to, she's grabbing it like this. Needs to be thumb there, and then these two fingers there. Again, I keep, okay, luckily it's fine, but I keep like handing like drawing this, which makes it a lot harder if I need to erase anything. But we're gonna go ahead and erase this. We're gonna go ahead and erase the chessboard here, which is a very risky move. But there's Kira reaching for the piece. And then we'll obviously fill that in. And then Kira kind of has like, well, we need to draw this draping over, because she still has her cape on. And then the waistband to the cape needs to go somewhere. And then she's sitting. Then I think we can do like that. And then the last thing I want to draw is chugs, because I feel like I did chugs really well in the middle of them. And then I can put the light table away. Okay. Oh, and then I guess let's try to get his eye in a good spot. I think right there. Okay. Okay, I think we can draw the rest without the light table. Now we can just do the rest of this. And turn this light back on. Okay. Whew. Alright, there are some lines on here that I can't erase anymore because I did them way too thick, basically. Too much oomph. Oh wait, we gotta draw more. Oh, we gotta draw more chess pieces. I just forgot. I can't get too, I can't lock in too much. So like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so tough. Okay. Oh boy. I didn't even think he'd. Oh, you know what each chess piece does? That much I do. I suck at chess, but you know, this guy I'm coloring in is the one that can go in any straight line. I blame technology. Fair, honestly. Once everything becomes automated, it just has that effect. Actually, it's funny that you say that because my niece during Christmas, she got like a tiny checker board. And I was like, oh, I'll play checkers with you. And she had never played before, so I was also teaching her how to play. And the second we start playing, like I'm setting up the board and I'm like, this is the easiest game to understand. And like, I already forgot a bunch of rules to this. And so I had asked my dad, and I was like, Dad, does one person preoccupy the colored tiles and the other guy gets the white tiles? And then I was like, what happens if you make it to the other end? And he's like, oh, well, that's when you king or like double up your piece, and then you can move backwards as well. And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that aspect. I just remember skipping. You skip, and then if there's two, you can skip two. And that's like all I really remember from checkers. And so it was funny. The moment I realized I had forgotten so much about the game, it was kind of a funny realization. Okay, so we got Kira with some chess pieces. I don't think we're gonna see any of the chess pieces behind her arm. So let's color in her arm real quick. Although, maybe I shouldn't color in too much or else I'm gonna start smearing everywhere. I should have waited to do that, but I think I visually needed to see her arm kind of like moving something. So now we need to draw, oh no, I'm literally gonna be drawing on top of, I might have to do the, like an exaggerated hook arm here. Okay, so we want this game to have already advanced, and I remember seeing recently, apparently there's some like opener that you can do when you're playing white that like everyone hates, and I kind of want that to be what Artie is doing, but I forgot what you have to do. And my chessboard isn't even accurate, so I guess none of it really matters. Okay, well here we go. I gotta try something here. I'll put I need to erase that. Oh, okay. Woo! I'm actually glad I did this before because forgot I need to make all the tiles from here back. Draw that way instead. Oh, and all of Artie's pieces need to be uncolored. Oh god, so I need to like really do this right. I just realized. Okay, and then we will put That's a little night tile. Okay. Ooh. Okay. We're doing it. We're putting the chess pieces on. The good night. Yeah. Wasn't sure if my cat needed to be let in or not. Okay. So there's that piece, and then there's. Now I'm just making up pieces, and then we'll have one knight who's already jumped and landed here. Okay. So then there won't be one there, but then there'll be another piece way back here. Alright, so that piece is already jumped out. We'll have, because it started with already, now it's Kira's turn. And maybe he already put a pawn out there. So now we need to do the same thing with pawns right here. We'll move one pawn there. I'm like playing out a hypothetical chess match in my head. Okay, we'll move right here. Okay, some of that detail got really tiny, but we have pieces on the board. We have pieces on the board. And that's all that really matters. It needs to just look like they're playing chess. Okay, so let me try to get the chessboard. Looking cleaner here. Okay, I think that's looking good. This guy's playing 4D chess. Yeah, he's rotating the board. Okay. Okay. Nice. And then I'll color in all the tiles at the end. I think that's a good thing to do last. But now we can complete what the board looks like. The outer edge. I'm going to rotate it again. Okay. Probably makes sense to bust out the ruler here. Okay. All right, they're playing chess. They're playing chess. But I missed something I worked on. Hey, yeah, we got the chessboard. Like, that was kind of step one. So let's get the chessboard on there. Because it's gonna be hard to do later. So, one thing that I kind of don't like is I want Kira's hand to be like overlapping the board because I kind of have it lined up a little too close here. So like that. Okay, that looks better. Her hand just needed to like breach the top of that. And then we'll get it more into shading later, and I think that'll kind of help in this region right there. Okay, so then already is drawn. Now I need to do the hard part of they need to be sitting. And so I kind of just wanted them to be on like a stool. So I'm gonna lightly draw where a stool should go. Okay. Because this will get erased. And the stool will be like right there. Something like that. Which means Kira would need to have her legs down here, but she's wearing like a skirt. So one of her knees would go there. So kind of like sitting like that. Show off his skills. I'm flying off to the moon. Going to the... You just gotta channel that into a drawing. Okay, and then we will do the same thing over here, where we'll draw another stool. And then Artie is gonna be... Artie is a little shorter than usual. But we just need his jacket to kind of like go over. Okay, I think something like that, and then kind of, we'll just sort of fake this. Okay. Another sitting. They want to stop being cheap and buy Arc Raiders, so it's $31. I was actually curious how much it cost. Well, every single person I've talked to is in love with the game. So I think your $31 will be worth it, if it's a game you're considering. Actually, that does not work. It's not even trying to do that. I might need water. I'm playing it right now on my lunch break. Let's go. Oh, it's on sale tomorrow. Oh, okay. So I know I'm gonna get a text message from a certain someone trying to get me to play. Actually, sorry. I need to get water. I'm gonna start coughing. so bad at Fortnite. I feel like, from what I've seen, I feel like Arc Raiders is a different skill set than Fortnite. I got some Ricola. Seems worth it for the price. I've gotten so many games for it. Yeah. That's my whole thing. I've had so many games that end up sucking that are like $60. For me, for the games that I love, Ricola. For games that I like, Baldur's Gate is one of those games where at first I was like, oh man, I'm gonna spend like $60 on this game. I've gotten so many playthroughs and so many hours in that game that I convinced another friend of getting it. And, you know, same thing. He was like, oh man, $60. Now he's played it like multiple times and loves it. So that was one of those games where if I recommend that to someone, Baldur's Gate is 100% worth every penny if it's the type of game that you like. Playing Octopath Traveler 0 right now. Dude, is it fun? Because I played the first Octopath and there were some things I didn't like about the story. But I heard they like focused on that in some of the newer ones. Loves Baldur's. He's a huge D&D guy. So that's the thing. You need to be a D&D person. I don't think you have to be, but it really helps to be a D&D guy. Hey, thank you. Eat. First time playing anything from it, it's dark, fire, so it's good. Okay. Let me finish the table here. I've been really debating getting the Dragon Quest III remake because I've always wanted to actually complete a Dragon Quest game. And right now I'm in the middle of a playthrough on my 3DS, but it's like it's in 3D as well, and I kind of don't like that. I kind of want like the pixel look. And they did the same thing that Octopath Traveler did, which is like my new favorite. My new favorite like pixel art style is when it's called 2D HD, where it's like all the characters and everything is 2D, but they're in like a 3D world. And I just love that look so much. Maybe I should have, it's okay. Dude, I need to actually, I keep mentioning a workshop Wednesday, but that was actually one thing I was considering doing for workshop Wednesday, was learning how to make pixel art. Straight up, like I think I've always wanted to learn. It's between that and like 3D stuff, but I think it's better if I stick in a 2D realm. Also, now I just realized I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, let's finish this thing. I should have centered this before I left. Alright. Okay. So we have the legs to the table. I don't know if I'm going to add the other legs to the table. I'm just going to kind of leave it like this. But then Kira's, like, the bottom of her skirt kind of like is torn a little bit. Okay. And then I want to add like some sort of like crease to show that she's like sitting. Almost. We almost got that. Just like more language in the drawing to show that she's sitting. Okay. And then we'll like finish her cape. There we go. Okay, so Kira is looking good in the sitting pose. Man, can't stop clearing my throat. Alright, and then we put a leg there and a leg there. Alright, before I get any further, I'm realizing there's one thing I didn't do, and that I like to outline the outline of this drawing. So before I get to we get any further, potentially messier, let me do this part. Okay. One line. Alright, this is the tough one. Okay. Hey, Proximo, what's up? Welcome on in. We're a decent way into this drawing now, but this is a Clon original sketch for JL, and JL wanted Kira and Artie playing chess, so we're drawing that, and we're getting close. We could definitely have a lot of coloring and shading left to do, but I like to get the line work in a nice place. So I think this works. That works. kind of just do that. So now they're both sitting down. On stools. And then we recently got a new chair. Let's go. Office chair? I will say, having a good office chair really makes a difference if you're someone that sits sits all day like I do. Okay. And then we need to draw the background here. It's one I can spin and more easier to move than the old-fashioned ones. Nice. One big upgrade that I saw online that I did for my chair is that you can, for pretty cheap, for like really not that expensive, you can change the wheels on your chair. And the wheels that I have on my chair are basically like, you know, like Razor scooters. Either like a Razor scooter or like inline skates. They have that, like, they're just bigger and they're like the hard plastic rubber. Man, I'm never not going to be using wheels like that. It's just like your chair glides over like everything. It's a lot easier. They don't get like gunk in them. And yeah, the casters just pop out. Yeah, exactly. They literally just pop out and just put in new ones. And like, I feel like the new ones, I'm gonna throw out a random number here, but I feel like it was like a $20 upgrade that like made a massive difference. Got upgraded, the desk got upgraded a few months ago. Let's go. Dude, it's like, I always knew I wanted this desk, but the desk that you can get from IKEA that can raise and lower. And it's like, I honestly, the raising and lowering is cool. That's not really the reason I wanted it. It's just like, the legs on them are like in a place where they don't really obstruct anything. And then the table is just gigantic. And I have to like put a drawing tablet, which is also gigantic, on my table, as well as my computer stuff. And yeah, it's made such a huge difference. Bigger and more spacious. I can now organize everything with my 60 markers. Yeah! You have like one of those big like Copic marker organizers. Oh dude, that's the dream. I've wanted one of those so badly. Just like Copic marker heaven. And it doesn't have to be Copic, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I don't get too distracted. I've been getting distracted all day. I need to draw a horizon line here. And I'm thinking like where we did it in the sketch was somewhere around here. For our horizon line. All right, and now we've added perspective. Yippee. Not a chair, but I just got a new couch. Ooh. Beach whale status over here. Man, don't get me started on a good couch. I'm someone who loves to sleep on a couch. And if I go over to someone's place, I will judge their couch off of how cozy it is. I'm all about a cozy couch. So, shout out to new couches. Okay, so this is basically the grass layer. And then I wanted to do like the simple tree line in the background. And then like big puffy clouds. And then I want to leave... actually, I'm gonna do a quick search real quick. Oh wait, I got access to the all the chugs that I was searching. And I also think this year I'll get a big update to my room. Yeah! Oh, I'm channeling all of that for you. I constantly want to upgrade my room and how everything looks. Can't get enough of it. Alright, my homework off stream is to look for that Blue Cat Chugs fusion, but the one that's Blue Cat, not Chugs. Because you all liked the Chugs Cat. And that's like the last search that I did. But I still can't find it. And I don't want to spend more time. And originally I was looking for the other Clon original drawings. I'm gonna stay on top of myself here. Because I want to see... It doesn't matter where all the signatures, if they're cohesive with each other. Okay. Actually, it's pretty 50-50 where they go. So, I think I'll end up putting a signature up there. As a new room got built, and my old room will become the living room. Oh, nice. That's cool. Man, I just love planning for a new room. The amount of times I've reorganized like my desk setup. Because I just enjoy like doing those like small upgrades. Okay, so we're gonna do like a pretty cool, just easy tree line here. It's just a silhouette of a tree line. Yeah. And then we could even do a second one here. It's like lower. Okay. They kind of look like clouds, but I think it'll make more sense when I shade those in. And then let me go ahead and write the signature so I can make sure I don't go over that. But this is the first Clon original. It's 2026. There we go. Perfect. Fits there perfectly. Speaking of new rooms, sort of the same but different, is Jeej and I are constantly wanting to like own property, or even like a condo we would do. Let's hope 2026 doesn't speed run to New Year's. Tell me about it. Dude, these years are, now that I get older, the years are flying by. But yeah, Jeej and I want to finally own something because we really want like start like really making our place our own and like building stuff for it, painting all the walls. We both love color, and so like our whole place is probably gonna be like rainbow. I made a shipping art. Oh, a shipping art. Oh. Statues is trying to ship something. And at first I was like, wait, what are we shipping? And then I saw the image and I was like, oh, you're shipping a love story here. We all know Kira doesn't actually want Blue Cat. She was just using Blue Cat to get to the executive washroom. Yeah, I have no idea what to say. Wait, to this shipment? Yeah. Yeah, you guys were thinking a package, weren't you? Okay, and then we can put some nice puffy clouds in here. Oh, well, now that I've drawn a sun, that means I have to do all the shading appropriate to that. Uh-oh. Maybe I do the sun right here. Okay. And then we will... Actually, how do I want to do the sun? Okay. So I'll be the sun. All right. So now we're at the stage where I can just start shading things. I think all the line work is there. The one biggest art tip I know is that practice is key. Oh, and to handle drawings rounder things and shaky things like tree. Wait. Sorry, I read that wrong. And practice is key as my art evolved to handle drawing rounder things and shaky things like trees. Yeah, I will. It's so funny. You weren't. I don't think you were here, Proxima, but I was kind of talking about the practice is key, and I can always tell when I'm like in practice and out of practice, because it's one of those things that you can practice drawing all day long, but the second that you kind of like stop, you're like losing the skill as well. I mean, it's similar to so many other things, but when I'm in practice, I was drawing some of these lines today, you know, a little too heavy-handed, which is not a good thing, but I'm so confident in some of those that like I am heavy-handed, but I'm only needing to do it once rather than like erase it, try it again or whatever. So that's what I like most about my streams. It kind of forces me to stay in practice. Like I kind of have to stay in practice because I'm drawing like even once a week is a good amount of practice time. Anything more than that is even better, obviously. And so, but I've noticed that for my drawing. If I go a week without drawing, I notice it. Which was kind of me when I went on like Christmas break. I like didn't really draw that much. And so when I came back, I was sketching more and kind of clicking back into it. Yeah, I'm locked in, exactly. But now is my favorite part of these drawings, which is like, we've done the outlines. Now let's like color it with, you know, pencil marks. So I just don't want to smear anything. So I need to kind of work this way. In this corner, back. Probably have to like rotate this a bit too. Okay, so there's Artie's legs. And then for this pole, I'm gonna try to make it just like darker in the middle and then lighter on the sides, because I'm trying to be mindful of contrast here. And so I don't want anything, you know, we need that pole to kind of like look like a pole, like a wooden pole. From all the characters there is, this guy is my favorite. He gives off that feeling that is cool. Are you talking about Chugs? Are you talking about the emote you used? We love Chugs. Chugs is the guy, you know? Chugs is just Chugs. And we added a little Chugs there, which he's not, he needs his spots. Yeah, we're big fans of Chugs. We even got he gives the I exist. We got our little Chugs here. I love this guy. I love this plushie so much. I've actually weird story, but I see a lot of kids, like at least when I go back to like Georgia and stuff, and they always open the top, and I just always love seeing what kids put up here. You know, usually it's toys, other toys. Sometimes I saw a kid using this as like essentially a pencil pouch. So all his pencils and stuff were up here. And I just like love seeing what people will do with that. Wednesday stream will be peak. Oh, what are we doing on Wednesday, huh? Proudly displayed, let's go. Thank you for proudly displaying him. I love the Chugs plushie, and I love the blue cat head a lot. Like on the daily, I use the blue cat head plushie as a pillow on my couch, like every single day. It's I've slept many nights using that as my like only pillow. Imagine a candy bucket with that. That would be actually. You're right. The candy should go in there. I can tell you what I'll be doing Wednesday. Gamba. Are you going to Vegas? Oh, are you going to a con? I think you might have mentioned that. We're gonna try to. I'm gonna attempt to shade in Kira a little darker. I hope it works. Yeah, there's the MGM right there. Let's go. Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I would love to do some gambling. It's been a while. The problem is I always go into like going to Vegas like with a budget in mind. And I'm now realizing how small my budget is every single time. You gonna draw Chugs right now? Yes, please, please. I do want to see that. Activate my neurons again. From saying Kira or Gamba. But I always go to Vegas. I'm like, all right, cool. I have like $250 for just gambling. And then I always hit up my go-to. I love blackjack. And I do, like, you realize you only have like a few rounds of blackjack because like the table cost is like $25. And so I realize I don't get that much fun at Vegas. But it's so much fun. I always avoid the slot machines, even though slot machines are some of the most fun. And that's why I have to do things like opening Pokemon cards or playing TFT. It like scratches my my gambling itch by gambling in video games. Okay, Kira's arm's looking good. All right, it's looking good. Played blackjack until 2 a.m. Just bet on a color. So roulette. To me, roulette is what you do at the end. Right at the end, because roulette goes so quick. And yeah, I always bet on a color. And just like, do I double my money? You know, So I've definitely had nights where like I will take everything I've earned and then just do the 50-50 on the roulette wheel. The only things I gamble on are gacha games. Oof. Yeah, I've actually had to avoid gacha games for that very reason. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Okay, you can't use IRL money or else it gets away from you very quick. Dude, for the life of me, I always forget if Kira's... I always forget which side Kira's, like, cloak is dark and which one's light. Okay. Cool. This is why I look this up. Because I always forget. And that's the light side. Which actually works better for this drawing. I love craps. Yeah, craps is just a good time. I love when they give free stuff, Proxima. For anyone who's been playing the Pokemon Pocket TCG game, they did like a Christmas thing, and now they're doing a New Year's thing, and they did like one other bonus thing, but I've been eating good in that game. I played oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of it now. Oh, Genshin Impact. I played that when it first released because I was like, oh cool, like a Zelda game. And then I quickly realized how much of a gacha game it was, but for like at least being there right from the start, they gave a lot of stuff away, which was cool. But I hated that it was a gacha game, but I actually kind of liked the combat to Genshin. I really loved the quick pace, like switching between a character and like throwing out a new element and then pairing that with a different element. I was definitely a big fan of that. But the gacha part, man. You know it's bad when you just hit this point in the game that you really can't advance any further unless you start paying money. And I spent some money. I'm not immune to it. Have you played Cookie Run Kingdom? No, I haven't. Sounds like a mobile game. And I don't typically play a lot of mobile games. Although, maybe this will show my age, but when I was a senior in high school, my school decided they wanted to try something new called BYOT, Bring Your Own Technology. And I forget if I've told this story or not, but basically bring your own technology to school. Because they thought, like, okay, kids are now having their own phones, their own iPads, own laptops, like, bring that to school and it'll help you learn. That was the theory. And there were no rules yet, and we were seniors. I was playing games in class, like mobile games in class, constantly. And I had just gotten a job. I actually didn't really have much money to like spend on other stuff. So Clash of Clans had like recently come out. I put so much money into that, into that mobile game. Like, I had all the time in the world in class to play it and like a job to like spend money on it. That was a bad combo. I'll catch you later, Sheepy. Thanks for chiming in. Yeah, BYOT. This drawing turned out great. I'm excited to see it when it's all like the background's finished and everything. But I'm glad it's looking great. Yeah, BYOT. Bring your own technology. How could this possibly go wrong? It was amazing. It was amazing as a senior, you know. You're already 1 foot out the door, and then they throw, like, basically you're allowed to have your phone in class. Like, a teacher couldn't tell you that you couldn't use your phone. That's essentially what BYOT meant. So I needed to verify in Discord server, and I'm not figuring out how to verify. Oh, so in Discord, there is a like start here section in like the information tab in Discord, which I think you can see that. And then if you do like the start here, if you scroll at the top, there's like a verify here. I haven't done this in a very obviously because we created I helped create it, but I think you just have to click the verify button and then I think enter an email. We keep our I only used to connect your Discord to yeah. We have ours pretty locked down because there is definitely a time where there was a lot of scammers in our Discord, and so we like locked down our security. So that's why it's a little harder to get into our Discord. This came out so good. Yes. I love when you guys say that. So thank you. Cuz we ain't done yet, but we're definitely getting there. Yeah. Yes. Okay. I love when you start shading things in and it starts to like connect. Yeah, I've played N+. I've definitely played N+. That was another game at school I would play, like on the computers. Man, I'm so thankful for the age I was in school. It was like right when technology started to get like advanced where you could play all these games on it, but then teachers didn't know how to handle it. Anyways, you saying N+ also reminded me of what I was just talking about. Yeah, it's such a fun indie game. I love those kind of like I think Super Meat Boy is like similar to N+. I'm back, yeah! Yeah, so all the line work is done, JL. Now I just have to kind of like shade everything in. But it's in a good spot. Right now I'm gonna hold off from coloring Kira's like cloak, although I should. They have a newer one, N++ on PS5. Ooh, well I have a PS5. So there's a chance I pick that up. I'll color in her cloak later. I like the contrast right now of like the cloak not being colored. It's like why I don't color Blue Cat in all the time. Like I leave his blue. And then I want this to look like wood. I kind of just do like a weird texture there. And then I want the edge of this to also look like wood. So let me... I'm just kind of like randomly adding pressure here and there. And then the very last thing I'm doing is the like tile colors of all of these. Okay. Add some like Alright. And now we need to... Is it a sun or moon in the background? It could be whatever you want. It was going to be a sun, though. Only because I guess the lighting would look weird if it was technically a moon. But it could be either. I'm definitely open. What was I about to erase? I just saw something I wanted to erase. I think it was this. Okay. Now... I think I hold off from coloring in Kira. I'm like trying to do this in the correct order. So I definitely cover over. I'm gonna do this, or else I'm gonna cover up a lot of the drawing here. maybe I'll keep it turned like that. But now I gotta. Oh, you really love it? Okay, cool. glad to hear that. Okay. Cool. His arm's looking good. I might do one of these. Let's smooth it out. There we go. All right. Now I need to make sure this. I have a napkin here. Hey, what's up, Ruby? They're like vintage Game of Magic. Yeah. Hope you're doing well, dude. Making the chessboard of this was actually a challenge, but it was a good challenge. I'm feeling good. Dude, it feels like I've been sick for 2 weeks straight. Cause like, actually probably longer than that. I got sick before I went to Georgia, and then I got someone else's sickness on my way back. Probably Gigi's. But I hope you and Ariel had a great time in the snow. I was definitely jealous. Definitely jealous. I was like, oh, I would have loved to see more snow. I've been doing the verification for minutes, and I did what it's asking. It's still not getting verified. Yeah, let me, I think Link was looking into the issue. Okay, is this like a known issue? Let me, I'll ping Link a little message here. I just pinged him a message, Proxima. He definitely knows more about Discord than I do. Being sick, yeah, dude. Just like, got sick with one thing, and then I think like I was immune to whatever that sickness was, but then I got sick to something else. Yeah, I want to see the pics, man. And I also want to see some of your pics from Japan. I want to see your, your perspective of what I saw. Oh, what was I doing? RD. I think I'm gonna do RD. I might try to get the background first. Alright, I might go a little extreme for the background. I might actually be doing like little blades of grass. No pin. It's got sent. No, I sent it to him. It can be delayed. This is what he said. It can be delayed. We did have an error because the collab, something that we did, depends on what they did, but it can take a while. Or was broke. No. I'm sorry. It might take a sec, apparently. I apologize. Our Discord is like, it's like a blessing and a curse. It's like very secure, but it comes at a cost of like, it like things just like break because like certain connections aren't working. So I apologize. But unfortunately, I don't know if I have an answer right now. Okay. Then we need to just kind of like... Oh wait, I found it? Yeah, cool. Let's go. Welcome in Discord. We've got a lot going on in our Discord. A lot of little bots and stuff that send information. Oh yeah, Ravi, if you're still here, I think I say this to you every time. I need to know what CLON original you want. I forget if you've already told me. And you don't have to tell me now, like per usual. I always have to keep reminding myself to remind, like, oh yeah, I need to get like a definitive answer from him. Because then I can just draw it and hand it to you. Okay. I might make that grass a little bit... I might add like some of these in there. Yeah, kind of like give it some texture. I don't want it to get too dark, and right now the drawing's getting a little dark color-wise. It's like really... This could probably be... a shade darker. Kind of adds a little bit more separation between the table and the grass. It definitely is a little fuzzy in between there. Even if I clicked verify a ton of times. Wait, it keeps saying interaction failed. Oh no, so it didn't work. I have an idea. I'll tell you in person. Sick. Sounds good. Over our next gathering. And then I need to figure out the tree line. Which is why I kind of want to... I don't want to shade Kira in too dark. Because the background might be a little darker. Or we do the opposite. We make Kira really dark. So she's like super contrast. Okay, nice. Just smearing through a few things here. I feel like the meme of the old guy says, open the door. I love that meme actually. Open the door. The holder verify should be just signing No, maybe that's why. Maybe you're trying to do the holder verify when you just need to do like the I'm assuming you're just trying to verify to get into Discord. You're just trying to get into like general chat is what I'm assuming you're trying to do. Yeah. I did that and that doesn't work. Okay. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm the worst at like the onboarding process of Discord. But I also want you to get in. So, but according to the link, we might have a connection issue. We're just doing some nice little fluffy trees in the background. Probably going to have to color in Kira darker. But I want to do the background first to kind of see where that all lays. Kind of once I have everything shaded in there, I'm going to look at it again and see what contrasts I can do differently. Right now I'm leaving Artie uncolored because it might help with contrast. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, Kira's gonna have to get... Kira's kind of head is kind of getting like faded. This is the fun challenge of doing like sketch only drawings is you really have to think about your contrasts and like and everything. Could probably just... I'm sorry, Proxima. Sucks because like I can't even like test it on my end. Very fraying, like I always do, and so this is the first time. Let me, here, one sec. Let me finish shading these trees real quick. Okay. The trees. All right, now I can show that off while I do this. That. Okay, so let's see. Oh. So, are you just trying to verify that you're human? Is that the tab that you see? I'm like trying to assume what you can see from your end. Yeah. Okay, and then from there you're just clicking verify. So this might be what Link was talking about. That it might just be delayed. And then the other thing that might be happening is that one of the bots that we're using, there's a chance our payment of it never went through. It might just not be working right now. So you might be totally sane and doing everything correctly. So don't think you're going insane. I think it's our end. I think we have to like update a subscription or something, which is now I'm kind of glad we're realizing that. So we might have to fix that first for you. So maybe next stream, because I can figure that out off stream. But I will figure that out. Yeah, Ruby can never make it through a verify that he's human. He's an AI bot. He's not even a real Twitch chatter. To think I'm a robot. No, but we'll get it fixed, and yeah, hopefully by next stream I can be like, all right, now try Discord. And I know it detects as a robot. Yeah, the robot things. Ooh. Colored outside of the line there. All right, there we go. All right, so we are filling Kira in so that Kira looks darker on the page. Welcome to the Robot Live, Proxima. Actually, I will say your name does sound very robot. Although, as a graphic designer, anytime I see your name, Proxima, I think of the font. I would use that font all the time. Oh, so that's why I got banned. Yeah, is the closest star. Oh. I feel like I should have known that. As someone who loves astrology, I should have known that. But unfortunately, as the graphic designer, I'm weighed down about caring about fonts. Unfortunately. It's like when you care about fonts, you're kind of lame. I'm saying that about myself. It's like I can't look at certain ads the same way, because I'm like, oh, they're using that font that I used like 10 years ago on a school project, and like that font is so out. No, but fonts matter. Yeah, fonts matter 100%. Alright, we're almost done filling in Kira here, and then I'm gonna do like a hard outline. Mainly on the back side of Kira. Almost as like a drop shadow to Kira here. Okay. inside right here. Okay. Oh, man, I might need to go wash my hands because I'm just like adding graphite marks everywhere. Okay, cool. We're good though, but it's starting to build up. You're a real nerd if you can call them typeface. True. Yeah, actually, I should be calling them typefaces. Oh, no. Dang it. Oh, actually, maybe I should do that. Okay. All right, Kira is now easier to see from the background. That was my goal. I just want to kind of... I don't want anything to be too stark of a difference. So I think blending that in more helps. Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then I just need to do the clouds and then some like subtle shading, but I'm gonna go wash my hands real quick or else I'm gonna start smearing everything. Release iPhone stickers of Cool Cats. I will. Honestly, at this point, we have them on Telegram. No, it's not the same, but gonna make Chug holding a plushie of Chug holding a milk carton. I want to see that. Oh, see, that's why I need to get you in Discord. I want to see your drawings. Okay, yeah, let me go wash my hands real quick, or else I'm gonna smear. All right, let's finish this drawing. All right, so the next needs to be, oh, JL, if you're here, do you want me to put a little, a face on the sun? It could be a face. And I could add little, kind of how I've done it in the past is like, here, I'll use this sticky note as the reference here. Kind of how I've done it in the past is I'll have like the sun with like 2 little ears. And then I have like the whiskers. That's kind of how I've always done suns. We don't have to do that, but that's what it could be if you want that. If you're still here. But I'll have like the sun marks being like the whiskers. And then it have like cat ears and a little face. But I will go back to the drawing. Let me see the official. So he'd be like popping out right there. I just noticed something. Pitch black. Okay. Cool. No face it is. That's why I'm asking. There's a lot to look at already. Yes, there is. Yes, we just have to like lightly shade in the sky here so that the clouds look even brighter. even though I just washed my hands, I'm gonna do this. I like to blend in. Blend in the background there, so then I can kind of like lightly, then go back in and kind of like lightly erase. To then do that again. Trying to get like a nice little gradient there, but you don't use the smudge tool? No, yeah. I haven't unlocked that one yet. But I do this just to like kind of add some color in the sky, because otherwise I'd just leave the sky like blank. But this adds like some texture in the sky. And some like shading around the clouds, but from the other side. Okay, I think that works. And then now to really make sure. So I've gotten to the point where I really like when the clouds don't have an outline on them, if possible. I like it to be like very light. I just kind of want it lighter than how I have it. Is there a smudge pencil? Yes. Yeah. Oh, there is. Yeah. No, I do know what you're talking about. I just always, I would over smudge with those. It became the reason I stopped using them. It was more of a personal preference more than anything. But actually, it might be good just to like, in a way, kind of like erase everything. Cool. And so then we can start adding like the... No, what I really need to do if I'm gonna upgrade my setup is to get the different types of shading pencils. That's what I really should be doing. Oh, that's too dark. The drawing is done. It's basically there. It's basically there. I just wanted to... Oh, your drawing is done. I thought you were talking about mine. It's just Chug holding a plushie of Chug, holding a carton of milk. It's Inception. There's too many layers. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can lighten up the tree line here. I feel like that's a little too dark. That's a little bit lighter. The character's a little bit darker. Yes, Kira's is one side's dark, one side's light. What I was debating on doing, and I was saving till the very end, was her cloak on the inside, if I colored that or not. So now I'm back at the characters, and if I need to do any extra shading. And I might need a color in the sky, I think, to really like seal the deal here. But I just thought, if Chug is a carton of milk, is it possible to be different milks? Yeah. So it's funny. I think we've done that on stream, where we drew. Actually no. I have a drawing for you. I think we played out that scenario, and that's where we got little Sippy, which I should be able to find that pretty quickly. I think stream assets. I know little Sippy is somewhere. Wait. Oh man. It drives me insane how messy my Dropbox is. Usually I never let it get this messy, but I let it get this messy. Oh man, I should have been able to find little Sippy like very quickly. And I don't know where she is. I could probably just type it in. Okay. Until next time. Next time I'll show a little Sippy. Only because I don't want to spend too much time looking. Or I'll do it right after this drawing is complete, because it should be easy to find. But we basically went through saying just draw my theory. Yes, yeah. See, now it's up to you to draw. Okay, so let's see. I'm almost like maybe the tree line should have a more noticeable outline on it. Okay. Right, that's looking more, it has more definition to it. The tree line. I kind of think I leave already. Did it feel, yes. It took me, also what's up, Ford? It took me like a full thinking about it to be like 0. I actually almost put 10, not 0, 1. Just flipped that in my brain for some reason. 26, yeah. Man, I mean, you can probably relate, Ford, but when it comes to like drawing numbers and letters, that's where like all spelling and grammar just goes out the window. When I'm like drawing a letter or number, I just, for some reason, that just happens every time. So one thing Artie definitely needs is just some shading. Just a little bit of definition there. All right. That's why I don't draw letters and numbers. No, I mean, you're not wrong. That's like literally why I'll have a word I know how to spell, but then I'll put it up on the screen and like write it letter by letter. Yeah. Oh, wait. There's one last thing. There's only one last thing we need to do, and I said I was saving this until the very end. But I'd already pre-tiled out the tiles. But it does make me happy that you like it, JL. Okay, now it's a chessboard. But I do think, yes, I think I stop here before I start adding, we need a Artie Kira storyline. It all started with a chess match. But who's gonna win? Actually, the chess match I messed that up. Actually, the chess match, chess match started years ago. That's all I was trying to say, but my mouth did not want to work. There. Yeah, there we go. They both win because Chugs jumps on the chessboard, removes all the tiles, and they have to start over. So it never even finished. But another thing I wanted to point out, I wasn't going to say this till the very end. Today was the first day I've used a tiny pencil. Because I have a bunch of these like golf-sized pencils, and I like them because the eraser to lead ratio is like perfect. Where by the time that this is done, like usually when I use like a taller pencil, you know, my eraser always gets to that nub, and I still have so much pencil to use. And you're probably saying, why don't you just get an external eraser? I don't like them. And so, anyways, I'm happy I did it with a small pencil because I think I might start using those. The chug opening, yeah. What is the chug opening? Cool, I'll let that sit for a second. All right, the strawberry chug is done. Now chocolate chug. All right, let me now look for sippy. Okay, I don't think it's there. Where is it? Where's little Sippy? Where did little Sippy go? Oh, wait. No. Where did little Sippy go? This was like one of the assets I had on like my main. I must have tucked it away. Wait, little Sippy, right here. Do I not have it as a PNG? All right, we found little Sippy. Now I just think I have to export a version of little Sippy. So little Sippy started off as a strawberry milk idea, and then it turned into a character that actually I think I want to integrate somehow into the lore. Alright. Alright, this is a little Sippy. She's adorable. Oh yeah, wait, let me not hide the drawing here. There's little Sippy. I'm back at it again with the last work call. Yeah. And Chocolate Chug is done. Let's go. Yeah. So Proxima, this is that's a little sippy. She's cute. She's definitely like Chug's little sister or something. Okay, let me. Yeah, exactly. A little sister. Who is it? Who is this Chug wannabe? It's his little sister, little Sippy. We drew it on one of the first streams that we did. I don't know why, but we did. But we're done with this drawing, and I'm very proud of it. And I like this morning. I was like, I'm gonna do a Clon original sketch today. They're always so calming for me. I get to chat. It's like easy peasy mode. So I'm glad we got this one done. Oh yeah, I did do the whole family on the stream. Didn't I do like their parents? I don't think I saved that. So I'd have to go back to the stream and find it. But I always like to just say, you know, just to put this in the corner. So, I want my drawings to feel accessible. And yeah, if you could send your details, JL, I'll get this sent out. I'm getting better at sending things. I might wait until I do Ducks fans before I ship it. That way I can do both of yours at the same time. And then once I send that to you two, X or Discord, do X. My Discord's a mayhem. It's just a complete mess. So I'll be able to check it on X. But I like using the Ticonderoga because I like to show people that you could just use a basic Ticonderoga and create a sketch. You don't need all the fancy stuff. Although the fancy stuff does help once you get into it. So I searched up classic milk flavors, and there's not many flavors in my country, and I saw there's banana milk. I think I've heard of banana milk. But then we got like oat milk, we got almond milk, you know? Those aren't really flavors, but maybe to some people. Actually, oat milk is a flavor to me. When it comes to coffee, oat milk is a flavor. But cool, I will send this off to you, JL. And Banana Chug. You need his spot like right here to be like a banana. Because right now it's like a bean. If anyone's interested, I kind of had the itch to play some Pokemon. Because I want to beat this challenge. I really want to beat this challenge. And I have time. I feel like today is more of an open day for me. Someone say Pokemon? Okay, that's all I needed to hear was someone say Pokemon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the bathroom and just put this camera away, and then we're gonna get started. We're gonna play some Pokemon because I had the itch today to play. So let me first pull up Pokemon and then safely put this drawing away. Let me go to the Pokemon tab. Let me put this drawing away. It's nice and safe over there. Oh, looks like my camera got moved. Looks like I'm, I don't know what happened there. Okay, I think that works. Yeah. And then where does, yeah, that works. Guess I could go a little bit lower with that. So we need to get the dun 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 going. Catch my drift. I added pins like chocolate. Oh, that's cute. I like thinking he puts a pin on. I like that. I like that a lot. Have you watched any of the animated Star Wars shows? I always thought of the droid chopper as Chugs. No, I haven't watched many of them, but I did watch Clone Wars like way back in the day. But it has been so long that I really don't remember it. Oh, right. That's why there was a huge gap there. Because, why isn't this showing up? Why isn't this showing up? Capture method. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then let me get the ba 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 in here. All right. Pokemon is chugging, as some say. Let me stop my recording. I'm gonna, if you're watching on any other platform other than Twitch, I will catch you later. But if you want to watch some Pokemon, join us on Twitch. CLONcast. Oh, it's sped up right now. That's why